The steps are familiar, though the background has faded to black. Every move must be carefully guided in a world where no shapes or colors exist. For Tassiane Uwitije, depending on others is a daily routine.
Sometimes I don't even wear clothes because no one is around to help me.
She lost sight in her left eye 10 years ago. This past July, the right eye also gave out. Complete darkness is difficult anywhere, but perhaps worse in rural regions. Now, as you can see, we're practically in the middle of nowhere. The closest town is about a 30-minute drive. Now, for Tassiane, that means blindness is not only a loss of sight, it's involuntary isolation. Most of Tassiane's children died during the genocide. Her husband passed on just before. Without family around, she says eating is most difficult. Meals are dependent on well-wishers and are therefore often sparse and sporadic. She's not alone. Hundreds with similar stories lined up at the Relima Health Center. 65,000 residents in Rwanda can't see their surroundings. Close to 200,000 have low vision.
How can he win?
Operation Eyesight, a universal NGO, wants to reduce those figures. With eye care professionals from the Kanombe Military Hospital, they're on a mission to cure vision problems in remote parts of the country.
Yeah.
So the other side is just used for people that cannot read.
Who can't read?
The outreach team visited 7 hospitals, screening over 1,000 patients. All had different diagnoses, but one clear vision: sight.
We have some patients which we have to give them only glasses for near vision, and the other patients which we can treat them with some drugs. For other patients that we have to transport to the hospital so that we may do surgery for them.
Tassiane attended one of those sessions. Doctors found bilateral cataracts in her right eye and signaled her through to surgery.
I believe I'll be healed. I have heard of others who have had this miracle surgery. I have faith that I'll see again.
So I am going to inject the anesthesia.
It's a morning few will forget, as 70 locals, including Tassiane, are prepped for surgery.
That's 2-6. Once that the eye should be steady so that you can easily operate on, and then there is no pain.
With 6 milliliters of anesthetics, Tassiane may walk in darkness for one last time. Dr. John Nhurichie holds the scalpel. As a full-time ophthalmologist, he partners with Operation Eyesight, devoting weekends and free time to the project.
In our plan, we need to do at least 20,000 per year. We are still very far from that figure. We are doing around 4,000 today.
A lack of equipment, trained professionals, and awareness hinders progress. Hoping to help out in the future is the Optical Express team. With eye specialists from the UK and Japan, they're here on a fact-finding mission.
The most surprising thing for me is the fact that there's a lack of awareness out there in the various different regions, and for me it's incredible. Someone who's blind, I would think they would be desperate to have a procedure, a cataract procedure, and give them their sight back.
Communication is not easy in rural Rwanda. Radio ads and community newspapers did most of the recruiting. On surgery day, each patient was personally transported to the hospital. It's the only way Tassiane made it to her 10-minute procedure. Her bilateral cataracts cloud her eyes. Like a peanut, the murky lens is inside a shell. The shell must be cracked open and the nucleus removed. Once the inside of the shell is cleaned out, an artificial lens is inserted for transparent sight. Now, Operation Eyesight is just one key piece of the puzzle. NGOs around the globe are striving toward the World Health Organization's ambitious goal to cure all preventable blindness by 2020. This finish line is often hazy due to poverty. This $100 procedure is subsidized by development funds, the only way most locals can afford this treatment. Patches of green and white fill the walkway as patients eagerly await their turn. The moment of truth for Tassian. The expression on her face says it all. Joyful tears soon turn into triumph. It's a drastic change from the timid woman we first met. This woman can hardly contain her excitement. She screams, "I can see! Thank you, God, I can see!"
I have been blind for 3 years now. During that time, I was pulled around like a goat. Now I can see and I feel like a human being.
It's a day the surgeons look forward to. With a 98% success rate, they see joyous results in their job.
I think I can make a difference in people's lives. We need to give these people that gift of sight because it's a cheap gift, but it's very important for them.
A gift that brings residents from darkness to light. As people like Tassian are once again reminded of life's simple pleasures. Molly Thomas, RTV News.